This video is over volume for cylinders, cones, and spheres. For our first problem, we have a cylinder and it has a diameter of 6 and a height of 15. Our first step is to take half of our diameter because we only want the radius, and half of 6 is 3. We use our formula, pi r squared h, plugging in our radius that we found 3 and our height 15. We solve the exponents first. 3 squared is going to give us 9. We then multiply the 9 times the height 15 to get 135. And then we multiply by pi. The directions tell us to multiply by 22 over 7. And when we do that, we end up with the decimal of 424.2857 and a bunch more random numbers. However, the directions tell us to round to the nearest tenth. 2 is in the tenths place. The 8 tells us to round up, meaning our answer goes up to a 0.3. For problem 2, we have a cone that has a diameter of 18 and it has a height of 25. We start by taking half of our diameter 18 because we only want the radius. Half of 18 is 9. We use our formula, pi r squared h divided by 3. Plugging in the radius, we found 9 and the height 25. Solving the exponents first, 9 squared is going to give us 81. We then multiply the 81 times the 25 to get 2025. We divide that value by 3 to get 675. And then we multiply by pi. The directions tell us to use 22 over 7. And so we get an answer of 2121.428571. The directions also tell us to round to the nearest tenth. 4 is in the tenths place. The 2 tells us to round down. So our answer stays 2121.4. For our last problem, we have a sphere. Our sphere has a radius of 6. We use our formula, 4 pi r to the third power divided by 3, plugging in the radius 6. We solve the exponents first. 6 to the third power is going to give us 216. We multiply that value by 4 to get 864. We divide that answer by 3 to get 288. And then we multiply by pi. The directions tell us to use 22 over 7 for pi. And so when we multiply, we get an answer of 905.14285 on and on and on. The directions also tell us to round to the nearest tenth. 1 is in the tenths place. The 4 tells us to round down. And so we end up at 905.1 as our final answer.